be presenting on SB1388, which is the Community Assistance Recovery and Empowerment Court Program, or CARE program. It was signed into law by Governor Newsom on September 14, 2022, and it had bipartisan support. It was a major legislative effort to target the homelessness issue in California, which currently has about a third of the nation's homeless population. It provides court-ordered treatment for homeless individuals suffering from extreme mental health illness, such as schizophrenia or other psychotic disorders. It aims to disrupt the revolving door of homelessness, hospitalization holds, and jail for those living with untreated severe mental health issues. And it aims to do this by providing a path to care and wellness for those individuals, their family, and the community. This law states that in the next 2 years, the 58 counties in California are tasked with setting up these care court systems to address the needs of those with severe mental health illness, who make up a large majority of the existing homeless population. In these courts, judges can order the care plans, which are comprehensive treatment programs consisting of treatment, medication, and housing. Some of the concerns brought up have been the possibility of forced treatment and the plan's lack of housing available to shelter all those in need. County leaders raised questions about the lack of funding and service providers for the intensive services. The initiative will unnecessarily involve the courts and target Black and Brown and Indigenous people. There's also fear that the care court would further perpetuate racial disparities via court process rather than address the structural causes. The third key component is that it gives family and loved ones access to the system. These care proceedings can be initiated by family, friends, first responders, or clinicians who can help identify individuals in need of the care. So per the new law, the 7 pilot counties consisting of San Francisco, San Diego, Orange, Riverside, Stanislaus, Tulane, Glen would need to establish these care courts by October 1st of 2023. The remaining 51 counties would have until December of 2024. How it will work. Family, friends, first responders, and behavioral health clinicians can submit a petition to the court on behalf of the person with untreated schizophrenia or psychiatric disorder and show why they qualify for the care court. In order to qualify, the person must be unlikely to survive safely without supervision or be a threat to others or themselves without the support. It must also include an affidavit from a licensed healthcare provider who examined them or show proof of a recent hospitalization hold. Court will order a clinical evaluation, and if they qualify for care court services, they're assigned an attorney and a supporter to walk them through the process and advocate for them. There will be a care plan with recommended treatment, medication, and housing. Medication, although court-ordered, cannot be forcibly administered. These counties must provide the court-ordered services of the plan. Participants must attend hearings throughout the 12-month period to check with compliance of the plan. Following the year, they could get another year of treatment or a graduation plan put in place. Neither are enforceable by the court. However, if they fail to comply with the plan, they could be considered for conservatorship. Conservatorship grants legal authority over a person who has been deemed unable to care for themselves. The idea is to help connect those who are in need of help so that they're able to access the services before they end up in jail or lose legal autonomy. The care court will serve as an alternative to conservatorship, where it gives the opportunity for the individual to enter treatment before requiring intensive care. So far in the implementation, one of the pilot counties, San Francisco, has faced challenges in meeting the October deadline in terms of locating funding and personnel for this program. San Francisco received $4.3 million from the state to launch the program. However, the estimates for treatment and housing for 400 participants would cost more than $50 million annually, plus the cost of the court's operating fees. These estimates point to a disconnect between what Care Court requires and what's needed for the program to succeed. Due to the high demand of services, the city lacks the resources and personnel for the Care Court implementation. Some of the concerns brought up have been the possibility of forced treatment and the plan's lack of housing available to shelter all those in need. County leaders raised questions about the lack of funding and service providers for the intensive services. The initiative will unnecessarily involve the courts and target Black and Brown and Indigenous people. There's also fear that the Care Court would further perpetuate racial disparities via court process rather than address the structural causes. One of the groups in opposition to the bill is the National Alliance to End Homelessness, and they expressed concerns regarding the bill creating a pathway to forced treatment and services. They feel it misses the opportunity to provide more resources for the vast majority of homeless individuals who are already seeking services. They feel that it distracts focus from addressing the known resource gaps that already exist. So they feel that there's already a shortage of psychiatric beds available to those in need, and there's a backlog of tens of thousands of individuals who have already said yes to services, yes to housing, but have been waiting for available resources and have been on a wait list. There's this quote from the mayor of San Diego, Todd Gloria, who in a recent conference in Sacramento stated the following: "These people are deathly sick and ill. They are vulnerable. They are not making a choice to be homeless. They can't make that choice for themselves. We've decided that somehow it's okay if they tell us no to leave them on the sidewalk. It's unacceptable and it has to change." So although I feel that the bill's rollout initiative definitely faces an uphill battle, I think that having the counties address these needs and holding them accountable for making sure that they provide these services is definitely a step in the right direction. But I also feel that them providing the right framework and adequate resources to meet these needs is essential to the success of such a program. Although the bill's rollout initiative faces an uphill battle, I feel that forcing counties to address the needs of the people, as well as holding those counties accountable for providing these services, is a step in the right direction. However, providing adequate funding and a framework for this program is essential to the success of the program. This program is not perfect, as there's no quick fix for something as big as homelessness, but I believe that meeting the needs of a population who has essentially gone ignored for as long as it has is a shift towards progress.